Hello, and welcome to the Unapologetically For Truths podcast with your hosts, Lakeisha Fry and Jessica Bennett. Here at For Truths, we hold space for real conversations with a mission to explore, unpack, and find resolve for topics that impact our communities most. We saved you, our listeners, a seat at the table, and that fourth seat, that offers us all the spiritual guidance from the Most High. To stay in tune with what's true to us, make sure you subscribe to all of our social media channels at Unapologetically For Truths. Now let's get into it. Hello, and welcome back to Unapologetically For Truths with your hosts, Jessica and Lakeisha. We have been on a hiatus. We feel refreshed, reset, new hair, new experiences, new blessings, new all of the above.
Yeah.
And today there is a topic that's been sitting on my sister's spirit called "The Truth is Killing Us"
Mm-hmm.
or killing me,
I'm
rather.
killing you.
Yeah,
It's
the
killing
truth is killing
you.
me, rather. So get into it, sis. Go on, share it with.
Okay, well, unapologetic for truth. Come on, me. Keisha been in the islands,
I
the
have,
island girls, and she been on the boats and all the
I
things.
have.
But summer's over, almost over. Now it's getting to it.
Yes.
I want to talk to you guys about, and then, Dr. Fry is gonna, chime in, about the truth is killing me. Sometimes people don't like to take the truth. Would you rather have a friend, a family member, somebody in your circle to lie to you or tell you the truth? Sometimes people will go along to get along, and that's the very thing that you need to let them go, because anybody go along and get along that's in your circle, they're not gonna ever tell you the truth. They got the fear of missing out, and then that means that you're able to talk to them and run in. They see you run into a brick wall, but they won't say nothing to you. Or when somebody that is truthful in your circle and always telling the truth, you got to push back on them. You don't want to hear what they got to say. You always negative, negative. Here come Debbie Downer, all that kind of stuff. But can you hear the truth? So the truth be killing you, because that thing, somebody say, well, Jessica, I had an aunt, Molly. You know what I'm saying? And I always talk about my aunt Molly. And she said, when you can't cross your legs, you're too fat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it wasn't like in an evil way she said it. She always talked to me and spoke to me in third person. You see your Aunt Molly, and she go cross your legs, and this is a trailblazer, a hat wear, to the side, and running the cane. It ain't running her, okay? And she was like, she keep your weight down, keep that was the truth. So when before I go to her house when she was living for about 16 years, I go about 3 or 4 times a year. And I make sure that I'm 15 pounds under the weight, because if you can't cross your legs, and I was talking like that, it wasn't that. She was like, guard yourself. So I could have said, well, no, I need to, I'm not going to talk to her or whatever. But that 15 pounds and come to 30 pounds, and not just in a weight thing. Don't look at it as it like a physical weight, but it can be a weight in life. It can be a relationship that you need to get rid of. Oh, this is my boo. This is my girl. This need to be you study, you keep on putting money in something that you can't get no money out of. Your life is going into, we always talk about this, and a vicious circle and a vicious cycle, because you don't want to hear the truth, and the truth is killing you, because when anytime something killing you, you got pushed back on it. I don't want to hear, because it's cutting you in your flesh, it's cutting you in your soul, it's cutting you in your spirit. But that's what you need to hear. The truth is killing you. Turn it back over to Dr. Fry.
I wanted to add some more context to Molly's comment because there is more to it than I don't want you to be overweight, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a family history of obesity. There's a family history of hypertension.
Mm-hmm.
There are diabetes, all of these things that are going into the fact that it is exacerbated because of weight. And
Mm-hmm.
so she's, just to clarify, she is saying we have to be healthier as a family. We
Yes.
have to do better.
Yes.
Our people needs to live longer. We need to make healthier choices. And
Mm-hmm.
so when she sees you and you're overweight or you can't cross your legs, as you put it, that's more so where she's coming from.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
yes, and
Yes.
I appreciate that. And like you said, sis, it's more than weight, right? It the fact that whether you can or can't take the truth or be able to give the truth is important. Meaning, in any relationship, you can't be the one to put along to get along.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be comfortable with being honest and open.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be uncomfortable. It's not always uncomfortable because it depends on the person that you're talking to, but there are times where you're going to be uncomfortable either receiving or giving the truth, but it is very important because without the truth, the lies build on top of each other, or you're not supporting this person in the best way that you actually can
Mm-hmm.
by being honest.
Mm-hmm.
And it just really makes a difference on how strong bonds build within relationships.
Absolutely. And then I always can go to the scripture. Two scriptures come to mind, biblical standpoint. So the Bible said wise men will hear and take heed to instruction. I'm paraphrasing that. And then if whatever you build your house, if God didn't build the house, he that build it in vain. So whatever you building on, if you don't have a strong foundation, it's gonna come down. And sometimes you need to go to those relationships and go to those business partners. Hey, again, we talked about this before. I made a mistake, but I think that we're not going around the path that God don't want us to go to. You know what I'm saying? We done made some mistakes here. I think I need to let you go that you may heal and go on with your life, because if you don't listen with constructive criticism or construction guidance, I don't want to say criticism because people is not, we're not tonight trying to like tear you down and say this, and you wrong with that, because I had to take heed. When we talked about it before, and it just keep on coming up because if you see what's going on in the world and people's life, somebody, whether it's a financial deficiency, somebody, hey, like I was talking about the shoes. Let me hold on, Dr. Fry. Let me go get the shoes that hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. I thought about it. I'm in the bedroom. Hold on.
For those who may not remember, Jessica shared with us that, she at one time in her life was not sewing into herself the way that she should have. And financially, she was making poor decisions to where she went and bought these Louis Vuitton shoes
Oh, I
that
got
she
a
could
hold.
only
Look,
wear
Dr.
to
Fry.
church.
I
Oh, the
wore
flip
one
flops.
time
Okay. The flip flops.
the flip flops.
Yeah, they look new.
Yeah, they I wore them 15 minutes, $550.
Yeah.
That's that. I'm putting myself. The truth is killing me.
Yeah.
Okay, the truth right now. I can do something right now with $550 for some red bottoms. Okay, all thing I can do is show you it's red at the bottom. You can't tell because they make wait a minute. Hold on. Let's get to let's hold on, I'm coming.
She has multiples.
I'm coming. I'm gonna tell myself, hold on.
This is cleansing for her, y'all.
I'm coming. I could have had this ready. I was ready tonight.
Yeah,
Look,
you should have had show and tell prepared.
Jimmy Choos,
There they are.
$1,300. Look, three more $100 will pay my rent.
They cute.
Now
Look, now that we are here, right?
that we're here.
You made the decision. They're in your
I
closet.
mean, but I got
The
so
money
many
is spent.
shoes in there. I mean, I won't show you my closet, you guys, because girl, but I'm a shoe person.
Mm-hmm.
I love the square butt of the shoe and all the things. But Jessica had just came off of a job by God design. Wasn't thinking, knowing that I had something going on, but then I was at a table with people was like vipers. If there was not my people for what the vision God had for my life. I don't care how I put it together, how I roll it up, tied it together, put a bow on it. God was still saying no, because everything I was building upon came crumbling down. You got to be able to take construction criticism. You got to. I hear it again. Criticism, construction, instruction. You got to be able to take it just because you give it out. A lot of times people want to give it out. You need to do this and you need to do that. The Bible said, before you get the beam out of my eye, get a pole out of yours. So we're not here to judge. Because like I said, I can show you about a good.
They don't need to see all that, sis.
No, I ain't showing it. That's why I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if I took it to the bank, I can get a good check. I'm just, I took if I took what I have in my closet, and I'm not talking about 10 years ago. I'm talking about in the last 3 years. I can get me a good check. Okay, I can get a check. I can get a good check and a good vacation and some savings and some stock. That's what I'm saying. Everything I had to come to a Jesus moment. I missed that. I missed it. I missed it in that relationship. I missed that. That's not because you're keep on you're staying something that God just keep on taking apart. And you putting that band-aid on it. And you putting that band-aid on. God is every time you go to it, you think you're like, oh, I'm gonna do this. You put a band-aid on it, and then it start bleeding again. You put a band-aid on it on the business, start bleeding again. You put a band-aid on in that relationship, it start bleeding again. Something gonna go on and happen until you say, let it go. Let it go. I had to let go. When I was self-sufficient, when I thought, Dr. Fry, oh God, you just blessed me with the open door. I got it from here. Let me give you a testimony. I have now, even though I have a company, got a business, whatever, whatever. But I'm out of my budget. I am missing 6 figures. I haven't worked for that 6 figures in almost a year and a half. And God said, you're going to depend on me. When God take that rug from under you because you think that you can do everything, and everybody said, well, you need to do this and you need to do this. And I'm like, no, I'm going to get me a job. I got business. I believe in about 8 different income. That's all true. But if God doing professional and because he worry about who you are and what you are and what you're doing, professional and personal developing you better get ready to sit down. You better get ready to sit down because you in class. So basically, you in class because the truth was killing me. The truth I didn't want to hear. That what I'm saying. I don't need anybody to help me, but I do. I do. I don't need, and I need to hear God who the right people, and then everybody with the level that God is trying to take you to. Everybody can't go. I don't care if it's your mama. I don't care if it's your daddy. I'm not saying that God don't have a love and that when you get where you're going, you can't give an olive branch to that person. But when you're in the process of personal spiritual development and God saying to let it go or you better let it go because the house gonna be on fire. Where somebody say, well, you know what? You need to lose the weight. And I'm talking about the weight of the world of life off you. How can you live this life with so much weight on top of you? The weight of I got to get this together. I got to pay my bills. Oh, I got to get the kids together. You need to come to a point that saying I can't do it. I need help. The truth is killing me. Look, You need to let that go. The truth is killing you. You don't want to hear, you don't want to listen. The truth is killing you. How can the truth kill me? Because the truth hurts. I can give Dr. Fry, and I'm gonna turn this back over to you. I can give you a popsicle from now on later. Let's go back. You know, we 25.
Lemon head,
Yeah.
brick
Popsicle,
head.
now later, some baked beans, some juju fruit.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Lemonade with lemon heads. Like,
Heads, yeah.
uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. With the pickle and the Kool-Aid in it.
Uh-huh.
And we we like this. We like this. We like this. By the time I tell you something, you distance yourself from me. Time I tell you that, look, this is this right here, being Dr. Fry, being a doctor, you know what I'm saying, in the medical field, in research and all the things, right? Research. She can tell you, oh, this dye gonna do this DYE. This dye can have an effect on this. If you eat this, this gonna have effect. But I don't want to hear that. So then that phone, and the people that co-sign. Let me say that word, the people that co-sign in your wrong is not gonna be the people that gonna help you when you down. The truth is killing you. I'm turning that back over to you.
Absolutely. And I have lost relationships for speaking the truth, for being honest. And this is not speaking from being judgmental. This is not speaking in a tone that's neglectful or negative. And I have regained those relationships later in life.
Mhm.
Not everybody, but I have for some of them. Uh, and they admitted, just like what you said, I wasn't ready to hear that.
Mhm.
I had to step back, process it, you know, uh, sometimes on purpose, like processing it on purpose, and sometimes walking away from it like, she doesn't know me, like I'm just gonna move
Mhm.
on, and hang around people who make me feel better.
Mhm.
And then later realize that, oh wow, that was a wrong move, and she was only trying to help me. And
Mhm.
I have stepped back from relationships, being honest, where I didn't like what I was hearing.
Mhm.
And again, it makes you uncomfortable. It
Mhm.
puts you in a space where you're forced to face reality, and sometimes we're not prepared to face our own reality, and that's simply what it is. But again, we are at time. Just to wrap it up, you have to understand, honesty is the best logic. It's the best way out. It's the
Mhm.
better way to go. I tell Morgan, my daughter, all the time that quality precedes quantity.
Yeah. Yeah. It trumps that, because I rather have, I will respect you more telling me the truth
Hmm.
than pacify my sin, pacify my wrong.
Hmm.
Now, people are on journeys. Uh, I'm not talking about people on journey like I make a bloop of a blummer and I get up and I follow. I'm talking about where you just like, no, you just like, I don't want to hear it.
Yep.
I'm over it.
Yeah. And that takes growth.
And it
Maturity.
takes strong maturity to get to that point.
Absolutely.
And I had somebody say, well, no, tell me. I was like, no, because if I tell you the truth, you're gonna look at it from what I'm coming from me. But I'm really coming from me. I'm coming out of my heart because
They cute though, sis. I'm just gonna say it again.
I'm not gonna pull the closet. I'm
They
like, no,
cute,
no, 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 no.
girl.
They was like, no, God, you. I said, yes, he does. Yes, he does. However,
Yeah.
you got, if you when you have 100 people co-signing you and you're wrong, and those two people telling you, no brother, no sister, no man, no dog, that is not where you should get. It don't even have to be a Christian based thing. It can be you going through some hell in your life,
Yeah.
and you can't see it. You on fire. Your life is on fire, and you cannot see it. And then it's just like a repetitive, vicious cycle. It's a vicious cycle. It's a vicious. But because the 100 people, yeah, man, ain't no way. She don't know what she talking about. She just in it for herself. They in that business, you know what I'm saying, for themselves. But that one person saw the big, just you gonna be in a hole behind this. You ain't gonna be able to get out of this. You gonna have so much money that you don't sign loans on that you ain't gonna be able to pay them back. Now when all the money was on the table, Dr. Fry, everybody was at the table. But nobody was saying, I'm talking about in my business, who said they were gonna help pay it back? So now God shut it down. Now he's rebuilding it the way he you know what I'm saying? I have, but
Mm-hmm.
but the 100 people, where are they?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, where's the 100 people? Woo, yeah, we finna do this and woo, we finna do that and woo, we finna do this. And that's all. It sounded so good. It sounded so good. But baby, what at? Hello? Can I get $100? Can I get 50? Now, Dr. Fry, I was having back. You know what I'm saying? Even when I don't sit here, okay. I'm gonna be honest. Look, scared of when I'm outside, cause then you done made a God out of something. Come on, God. You done made a God out of something because you don't want to scrape up the bottom. So you wear one pair of shoes in there where you're trying to go. Put your feet up for about 5 minutes so everybody know that you know who you trying to prove. What is you trying to prove? What is you trying to prove? The truth is killing you. Look at this. All is double rubber band for $550. Double rubber band. Now they cute now. You know what I'm saying? They cute.
It looked like they about my size. I'm gonna try them on when I see you next.
Yeah. I've been unboxing somebody because I'm back on the. I'm back. I heard you eight. I heard you the eight. Now, when you get where you supposed to go, now you look. Got about 3 or 4 pair of jeans. I ain't gonna bring out the oven because then that's like just too much. I know it. I knew it. I knew it. But just because it looked good, just because it sound good, just
Mm-hmm.
because it tastes good,
Mm-hmm.
it ain't God. Unapologetic for truth.
All right, y'all. Again, we appreciate you all. We want to make sure that you what, sis?
Like,
Mm-hmm.
share, and
Okay.
subscribe. We want to
Uh,
hear from you.
uh,
We want to hear from you.
hey.
Drop the comments. We want to hear from you. Drop
Oh,
your comments. We want to hear from you. Drop your
hey.
comment. Hey, hey.